During early years, ano nangyari doon?
During the early years, Tomas Pipin, the father of Filipino printing, presented the 40-page written in Spanish. It is entitled The Successes, Felices, or the Fortunate Events. Right now, it is officially known as the very first newsletter and was published on 1637 AD.
Well answered.
Saying 42 is a defined valid in this page. This proof can be more appreciated one head of the Filipino heroes. Almost a month, they were all connected in a newspaper and propaganda against Spain.
I have another question. What is the most widely read newspaper in this revolution?
Probably the widely read newspaper in revolution was the Independencia, founded by General Antonio Luna and Fernando Guerrero. On September 3, 1893, the Independencia was extremely nationalistic because it is classified both from Spanish and American. Luna was published after realizing the more revolutionary was slow in 1890.
Thank you very much. Candidate number 2. Candidate number 2, pinagulat niya is American Year. Hindi, ang nagulat niya revolutionary era. Ikaw is number 3. Ang pinagulat mo? American colonizer.
So, it's a cancer.
What happened during the American what happened during the American era?
Okay, during those years, after the Philippines was occupied by the American military forces, they requested to have their own English dailies. But so we are Filipinos, so we don't have English dailies. So Thomas Gowan, the editor of the Manila Daily Bulletin, organized a newspaper specially conducted for Americans. After its reign of 32 years in the country, the ownership of the Manila Daily Bulletin was passed to Manuel L. Quezon, which became the president. And after those years, it's approximately 4 years when Manuel L. Quezon decided to pass over the ownership of the newspaper to many others. And that newspaper is still using in our time today, which is the Manila Daily Bulletin.
Very well said. Candidate number 3. Here we go. And here is your question. What is the role of vernacular? Okay, hindi yung question natin. What happened during the Japanese era?
Within the 2 weeks of Japanese invasion, all of the editors were internally forced to hide in the hills. All publications, except the Japanese stand for their own purposes, were disbanded. For those who wanted to go into publishing, the Japanese stated two conditions. First, they must secure a permit for the military. Lastly, they must submit to the military custom.
Thank you very much. Candidate number 4. Your question. So, in the movement, it's called liberation. So, what happened
Before I answer that question, I would like to greet everyone a pleasant good morning. I'm going to talk about the post-liberation period. The liberation of Manila on March 3, 1945 meant the liberation of the press as well. Not only from the Japanese censorship, but also from the horrid tradition that newspapers must be $1 million corporation. Former editor Vicente Albano Pases remembered that 250 newspapers were published right after the Japanese occupation. Many of them were little more than flyers, being 2-page single sheets daily. The first post-liberation newspaper was published by the U.S. Office of War Information, the Manila Free Philippines, which is from February to September 1945. Most of them were distributed for free, but then suddenly, it was sold for 5 centavos. Soon after the war, the big publishers entered the publishing scene. And in the free enterprise economy, the small, militant, frequently descending newspapers perished. This included the Philippine Liberty News, which was owned by Manuel F. Manaman, and it is fan-edited by I.P. Solyonco, and the Manila Post, which is edited by Abelardo Subido with his wife, Trinidad Tarosa Subido. And also the Manila Tribune, which is edited by Vicente Albano Pases, and the Morning Sun. And the film was mainly left to the giants, which was the Manila Bulletin, which underwent modernization in 1945, and it was put out by the Rosas family, and that's it.
Thank you very much. The last but not
Meron ka daw issue.
about may issue ba?
Sorry po, siya ba? Pinakalang daw tumayo sa kama at nakagano sa ano. Pwede na ipopublish mo rin.
Yung pagkagising kasi guys, balita ko, pagkagising niya daw, doon pala ito kakita sa publish namin. Hindi na siya naligo, hindi na siya nalilabas. Ano yung reflection? Sa kanya. Ako na yung
So, like, pinabulan mo ni martial law. So, what happened this year?
Okay, good morning. Good morning, my fellow classmates and our beloved professors, Mr. Raku. In martial law, on September 21, 1972, when martial law was obtained, all the papers, including the Oligarchic Press and Broadcasting Station, were burned closed. Ferdinand E. Marcos issued letters of instruction number ordering the Press Secretary and Subsecretary of the National Defense to take over and control, or the cause of taking over and control of the mass media for the duration of the national emergency, or until otherwise ordered by the President or by his duly designated representative. At the same time, a number of publishers, editors, columnists, and reporters were arrested and detained. Thank you.
Lalo na si candidate number 5. Okay. Hinihintay na lang natin yung final results na ating pageant. Thank you very much, candidates.